Hey, this is Majin. Here's my comic pool list, and since there's not that many for the reviews, I'll do a combination. But first up, we have Cannibal, number 5. Eternal Warrior Awakening, number 1. Britannia, number 1. I believe this supposed to come out last week. Injustice, Ground Zero, number 11. Justice League of America, number 6. Now, I don't know what it is about this book, but I'm just really disinterested in it. I mean, I think the first villains were interesting, good villain from the past to bring back. The second villains, it's just like they're safeguarding, quote-unquote, a town. They're using mythical weapons. Batman and crew comes in. It's kind of like, we gotta give everybody a chance to shine, so let's do that. Give Adam a chance. Make everybody go, wow, that was the right choice, Batman, to put Adam on the team. Because he isn't completely worthless. He actually did something. But at the same time, it's just... boring. I think that's what my problem is. It's just really boring, which leads into Action Comics number 979. Again, it's boring. It's now by that I mean it's like this. It has all the recipes of success, right? You have Cyborg Superman, you have Eradicator, you have Mongol, you have all these other heavy hitters fighting Superman. Or at least right now plotting against Superman. Going to team up. Massive team up. And how many times have we seen this before? It's like, granted, we haven't seen this team of evil people, all together. But we have seen, like similar groups of people teamed up. And it's just like there's just like no thought. There's just no thought process in it. It's just, well, what can we do to beat Superman? Okay, we'll have to add another supervillain to the mix. And what's going to happen 2 years from now when they need to come up with another? You have a new creative team. They're going to have to come up with another big story. It's going to be the same thing. Eradicator, Cyborg Superman, Mongol. And, maybe they'll have, Mixoplick and Toyman or something. Who knows? And it's just like, we know what's going to happen there. All the heavy hitters are going to come in. They're all going to attack this, maybe one at a time, the same time. There's might be a little aggressiveness, backstabbing-ish activities because, each one wants to be the one to kill Superman. If that doesn't occur, Superman's just going to dig deep and just attack. You're probably going to throw in, Superboy in there, where he's going to probably save Superman in a moment of need, and he's going to get hurt, and that's going to power up Superman, and Lois is going to freak out. You know what I mean? It's like we've seen this type of story over and over again. And it's just... I said it's boring. I mean, I guess if you're a new person into comics or you haven't read as much, it's fantastic. It really is in that point of view. But from my point of view, seen it, done it. Batman Detective 956. Fantastic cover. Amazing cover. I think the art was good. I think that there's a lot of stylistic choices that they made, which was good. I can say the battle between Shiva and Orphan was pretty subpar. We get moments of greatness, like, wow, that was a cool panel, cool part of a fight, but there's just no substance through most of the action. it's how can I word this so you can understand what I mean? In a way, picture a martial arts movie, and the choreographer just knows where they want certain elements of the scene to end up, but they don't know how to get there. And that's what I feel most of this fight is. They have moments in time where it's very critical, where Orphan saves Batman, or a blow is made, but they don't know how to, or they don't know how to tell the battle, and that's a shame. It really is a shame. I mean, maybe I'm spoiled by manga, because manga knows how to tell a fight. You guys can all harp on it, and you can say that all the stories are bland and boring and it's repetitive. And yeah, you're probably right. In many cases, they are. But when it comes to the fighting, they are the masters at how to properly put you through emotions, and the fights are always worth every penny of it. And even when I got to the end of the story, it's kind of like it's not even done. It's on one hand, I applaud that it keeps going, but on another hand, I'm going, oh, it's just Roz, and it's just the same. It's the same people over and over and over again. And then I see the advertisement for Joker, Riddler thing, and I'm like, oh my god, again. Oh, again, it's the same stuff over and over again. It's just, to me, it's just very disappointing. And it's, how about instead of pulling all these characters out time and time again, pick somebody else that hasn't been used very often and make them a deadly villain. Make them a worthy foe. That's what I want to see. Not Joker 5x6, please. Okay, Suicide Squad number 17. Now, there's some really good moments. It's just a bunch of, Zod going, I'm Zod, I'm going to kill everybody type thing. And the Suicide Squad keeps saying, we're going to die. They uncover some intel which was incorrect, because they found out that there's a bunch of that there's another group of individuals who are creating an international version of the Suicide Squad. And on top of that, you have at the very end Amanda Waller tying up some loose ties. Now, the thing that really kind of pulls me back into this is the fact that you have Zod, and how Waller thinks that she's just gonna control Zod, and Zod is like, he's a tornado, force of nature, you just can't control it. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that. So this I enjoyed. The rest, keep in mind, I'm being kind of down on some of these books. And I think that a lot of people will find, like, Detective great. They're going to find Action great. They're going to find a lot of these things great. But, if you scale back some of that greatness, it's just repetitiveness, and it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again. So that's what I'm saying is disappointing. And even Detective it's predictable what's going to happen. And we have Scooby of the Apocalypse, which is always entertaining. Always. Also in comic book news, you have the Hellboy R-rated version, which looks like that's going to hit the movies at some point in time. Looking forward to that, even though it's a whole new creative team and new cast. Also, Marvel, there's a rumor floating around that Marvel is about ready to drop 30 titles. Now, some of those titles have already been announced as they're going to cancel, like, for example, Nova. And I think Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon were on the list that were already announced. But, like, other titles like Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur, Squirrel Girl, Captain Marvel, Mosaic, and Gwenpool, the Amazing Hulk. A lot of those titles are underperforming, under 20,000 copies, and some of the, like, Mosaic is like at 8,000 copies. It's just really bad for some of these titles. And Ms. Marvel is like at around 20,000, so that one might be safe. And I have a feeling like, for an example, Silver Surfer is also on the list. Like for example, I think Squirrel Girl might survive it just because, it's satisfying a group of people that normally don't buy comics, and it's keeping them happy, and if anything, it's encouraging them to buy comics. So I kind of see how some of these titles might last, but I think you're going to see a massive purge coming soon. Anyways, that's some reviews and my pull list. Let me know what you guys picked up, what you guys are looking forward to reading the most. We'll have more stuff later. Hopefully next week will be a good week. And until next time. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was awesome. So go see it if you haven't seen it.